Hello there, and welcome back to ADcraft. Welcome to episode 21 of AD's Adventure, and I'm back here now in front of the tavern that I built in the last episode, which was a little while ago, but we're going to be adding some more to our brilliant fantasy area today in this episode, and also doing something a little bit more dangerous, because I'm going to be heading over to a pillager outpost just behind me in the distance, picking up some bad omen, and then coming back here to fight a raid to see if I can't get myself some totems of undying. So yeah, that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. So I'm going to head over now to the pillager outpost. So we're heading in now to this pillager outpost. I'm just going to land on the roof of this and see if I can't find myself a banner carrying one of these pillagers. Finally, I see a banner man here. And there we have it, bad omen. First bad omen of the season, I believe. So let's just clear these guys up. Pick up that banner and then head back over to our base. And for this raid, bit of target practice before I go. Let's see if I can get this guy. Bop. Bit further. Bop. There we go. So we're heading back now here, and we've just spawned the raid, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to block that up, and then I'm going to fly up to our nice little watchtower up here, and then we can see hopefully where this raid is going to spawn, and should be any second starting to see the people. Here we go. So let's pop down off our thingy into our watchtower, and let's start the process of taking these guys out. Totem. So we've now got 2 remaining, and I believe these are the last guys. I've killed the last of the evokers, and yeah, we've just got all of the Vex that happen to be left hanging around in the ground. So let's kill this witch. One more Johnny. And then we've got the hero of the village. Success. Now I think that there's 1 or 2 more Vex just hanging around. It did get a little bit hairy there, but thanks to my army of doggos, then that was a particularly good end to things. So yeah, obviously I've shown you bits and pieces of that, but not the whole thing. And yeah, thank you to the doggies. There were a few casualties of war, unfortunately, but I've ended up with 4 totems of undying, which is perfect. That is pretty much all that I will need. There was a couple of night times, it's getting to night time again, so now to sit my doggy army down, have a rest, because they've deserved it very much so. I'll give them some food in a minute. I have got some cooked mutton here. There we go, and get some more food for them in a second. But yeah, I'm going to sleep this night away, and then get back to doing some more stuff around the base. So I've just been putting some leaves back and come in here to make the most of the hero of the village. However, these guys seem to be being a little bit tight, to be honest. They're not actually giving me anything. Come on, give me some golden carrots. Give me something. Anything. I don't mind what it is. You've got a full composter there, and I don't know quite why. I know there's a zombie behind you, and you're not particularly happy about it. But it's all for the greater good. But no, nothing. You guys are useless. Dear me. With the rest of these totems put away in various different places, most of which are in my useful box, I have got some other stuff that I want to do, but something just doesn't quite feel right. Let's see. What can it... I know. 1 second. Much better. There we go. We've now got our teddy back in our hand. And first of all, it's time for bed. But then I'm going to be building something that just is going to tie in with the build that we did last time for the tavern. But first of all, let's go to sleep. Well, I did the classic thing of following some zombie noises as I was cleaning up some of the land ready to build up on the surface. And as I followed the zombie noises and killed everything off, I came to a new spawner. So I found us a zombie spawner, which is, let's just take a screenshot of this, not too far from the base. So yeah, I don't know whether I will use this for anything, but it's here. It's always good to know. You kind of outgrow zombie spawners pretty early on in the game, and we're beyond that point, but it's quite an interesting find, especially as we've got a nice music disc here, so that's always good. And that is a jackpot. Another music disc, another golden apple, and an enchanted golden apple. So this place was definitely worth finding. There's still some zombies around somewhere, but I have fired some pokey holes there and I just literally can't find them. So I'm going to leave well enough alone, get back to the surface and get building. I've cleared some space for a couple of buildings. I'm going to be building one over here and one just in this space here. And yeah, I've created a bit of a shulker monster ready, so that's going to be my working area. But one other thing that I've made a change to is the tavern that we built last time. And what I've done is I've taken out all the grey, just because it was too different. It just didn't quite... Yeah, the contrast from the white to the grey just didn't quite work for me. It still needed something a bit lighter. So what I've done is, using the terracotta that I got and some bone blocks, I've just switched that out. So everything else is the same, and just using the white terracotta and those bone blocks as the accent colours. And yeah, I'm much happier with that now. So yeah, that's now the colour scheme that I'm going to be adopting in this second part of the base. So if we just fly up a second, if I can fly over to the windmill, which incidentally there is now a tutorial on this windmill for all those people who said that they liked it, or if you do like it, then yeah, check it out. So we're getting an increasing number of tutorials now. We've got the mushroom house, we've got this windmill, we've got this house over here, we've got the watchtower, and of course we've got the villager trading hall. I will be doing one for the tavern at some point soon, so if you want to see that sooner rather than later, hit me up in the comments and let me know. But yeah, we're going to be adopting this second colour scheme over here, and that's what this section's going to be. So it's going to be split quite evenly in the two different areas of the base. So we've got this area being the warped area with the spruce, and this one is going to be the dark oak with the brick and with also the birch on the roofs. And I might have something else here, not quite sure yet, as I fly through here past all my doggos. So yeah, now the next thing to do is to kick off a bit of a time lapse of the building process for this. And we're done with the first of these new houses. So if I come over here and give you a bit of a view, obviously you've seen me building it in the time lapse, but yeah, we've got this, which is just a lovely little quaint house that we've got going on here, using the new colour scheme. And let me give you a bit of a... If I can actually get off the ground and wearing my wings, that would have been embarrassing otherwise, but luckily it wasn't the case. So let's come up here. and give you a bit of a better view. So this is the first of the ones that's using this new colour scheme entirely. And this I've designed as a fully enclosed survival house. And when you get inside, if I can float down and not bash myself too much, you'll understand why when we get in. So if we open the door, first thing we've got is some storage and a nice double brewing setup with some water here to refill your bottles, and then some nice barrels underneath. A little bit of art because we're cultured here. And then obviously we've got a bit of a route up to what is a full enchanting setup. So we can still see out of the windows here, but we have got a level 30 enchanting setup that we've got here with everything you need. You've got your grindstone and you've got your anvil here with a bit more storage, and then a nice 12 furnace array. So again, building into everything that you might need in survival. And then finally coming up for more storage in a lovely little bedroom. We've got ourselves a nice little jukebox where we can actually play some of the music discs that we found. See, yeah, 13, which is a bit spooky, probably not good. Not good certainly to play before bed, and put those in the wrong place. There we go. So yeah, this is like I say, the first one that I've built and just tried to decorate it so everything is in one place. So I'll probably, if people are interested, I will do a tutorial of this, because then you get the style. I will probably do it in the other colour scheme, just because that's kind of what I've been doing all of the fantasy builds in. But I'm going to head outside now to my shulker monster, and which has also started developing into a chest monster. I really need to sort all of these out and just kind of colour code them and put things in the right. I started well. I've got my warped and nether wood. It's probably just going to be warped wood in the end, to be honest. And then my combinations of the other woods in these. So started really well, and then kind of just got a bit like, so yeah, ones like that I can quite easily rename and stuff. And again, ones like this for some red sand, because red sand's always quite useful. But yeah, I just need to sort all of those out. But anyway, onwards to the next build and another time lapse that I'm treating you with. Aren't you lucky people? And the next one of part 2 of our little fantasy village, after we've worked on this section, is now complete. So we obviously built the house, and now we've got a blacksmith. So I'm trying to put in some of the professions. I'll probably do a butcher at some point, and just all of the things to keep the village running. Obviously we've got the windmill there for the farming and stuff. Haven't actually decorated this area yet, put all the paths in and things. That's going to be the next step. But here we've got plenty of blacksmithing type stuff. We've got a smithing table, we've got plenty of blast furnaces and anvils, and then just some metal melting over the fireplace. As we head in here, it's probably going to get dark soon as well. We've just got a working area that is down here with some more blast furnaces. Again, some nice little views out and some more fireplaces. Popped a couple of paintings on the wall as well. And then here on the bedroom level, more views. I love this view particularly, back towards like the iron farm and our home tree. And yeah, this area is starting to really fill up. Out of every window now you get a lovely view. Obviously we've still got this area here. I've got a couple of ideas. One thing that's a bit left field that I might do there, but yeah, we've got some more storage and a little seating area, and just I really love the coziness of this build. And then coming up to the final level, some more storage, crafting table, some more artworks on the walls, and again this lovely view that we've got here. And yeah, just some sitting. You can sit in front of the fireplace, look out the window at the visual glitch that seems to keep happening every time I look out this window. But I'm now going to head to bed, get some sleep, and then I'm going to sort out the pathways and potentially something a little bit special over here as well in this little pond that's just down here. So I've just woken up from another wonderful night's sleep in one of my new houses. So I'm going to go and show you now what I have been doing, because I was a bit tired from all of the work. And as we come out of here, you'll see we've got ourselves a lovely little fountain. So I just built this fountain to give a little bit of a focal point for what we've got going on in this area, because this was the first time that I'd had two of the buildings so close together. And yeah, I really like how these now work with the fountain. If I head up here and show you what we've got from up here by the doggos, which incidentally I do, after their sterling performance earlier with the raid, I do still need a considerable number of names, as you can see with them just floating around in the distance over here, and yeah, lots of them over there as well, and also a couple of cats. So let me know in the comments if you've got any names that you'd like to see on these doggos. So only two of them named at the moment, and yeah, they are here and there and everywhere. But as I say, yeah, I wanted to add something to add a bit of a focal point to this area. So I've done quite a bit of terraforming work, and I'll show you some of that in a bit. But yeah, I wanted to build something that looked quite nice and just, yeah, drew everything together. And this for me was exactly that. So really pleased with how this is going and how this has gone. I've connected it up here, which has meant that I have taken out a fair bit of the sugarcane farm, but it was only a manual sugarcane farm anyway. And over here in our industrial area, behind where we've got our iron farm and where we've got our wool farms back there, I do plan on probably next episode building up a proper sugarcane farm, which means that I can then sort of terraform this all to be part of this lovely lake, and that'll look a bit better. I'll probably then also move all of our lovely our chorus fruit. I was going to say, what's it called? What's that stuff called? Let's see how good my shot is. Not as good as it could have been. Brilliant. There we go. But I do like manual chorus fruit farms like this, because it's just kind of quite fun to shoot the fruit off the top if you can actually hit any of it. Like that. Whew. Yeah. So I've lit all of this area up, as I say, and I've done the paths in a similar way so it ties in. However, as we get round here, just for this square, I just wanted to add something a bit different, which means we've got a fair bit of cobblestone and some gravel and some of the mossy cobblestone here, just to kind of tie into the fact that there is a brick or a stone structure. And then I've also added some other touches, like some foliage all the way around these builds, just to kind of bring them to life a bit, to make them sit into the surroundings there. And the one other thing that I've done is over here, which is, as we can see, a little cliff area. So this was just quite steep, and as I started pulling it back from this area and started digging away some of this dirt, I couldn't really think of any particularly good way to connect this up. So what I'll probably do is bring a staircase round and down here from the other side of this build to connect up this to some of the things that are going to be here. So I'll probably take some of this out as well. And there'll probably be another build, probably a diagonal one going here, to just kind of focus on what we have with the fountain, which I am really pleased about as well. So again, as per usual, if you are interested in tutorials for either the blacksmith or this house, which I probably will do, because it's a fully contained survival base, it's got everything that you need. Or, of course, this little fountain, which I was quite pleased with the design for, just quite simple. But yeah, if you'd like to see a design for that, then do let me know in the comments, and I'd love to show you how those are all built. But what I'm planning on doing is, as I say, connecting this round, having a little staircase running down here in the future, and then maybe bringing this through to some other buildings. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put these buildings or how I'm going to deal with this terrain, because it is a bit up and down, so I might flatten some of it, but we will have to see in another episode. because all that's left to really be said for this one is to thank you all for watching. I will cut in some cinematic footage in a second of all of this lovely area now, because I'm really quite happy with how this has gone. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do let me know in the comments, because I really do appreciate that, and I really do like reading those. And if you have enjoyed it, do also hit that like button, and above all, make sure that you do subscribe, because the majority of people who watch my videos shockingly aren't subscribed to the channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button and the bell to ding dong, so that you hear all about the builds, and let me know anything you'd like to see in future episodes. I will see you next time on ADcraft. Bye.